everyone, welcome to hashtag 365 days of samples or Sample Sunday. I don't have a whole lot to talk about this update. I used a few things but actually ended up throwing out some of the samples, as has been happening to me because I am a horrible person. I have fully become the snake that I am tonight. I just found this shirt and I was just playing around and I put the hood up on it and I went, no, this is it. This is the whole thing. It's a vibe. Anyway, let's just dive into my sample empties. I did put aside some of my more deluxe size makeup empties in order to talk about them in a proper empties video. I thought that would just be a little bit more interesting than kind of stuffing everything into hashtag 365 days of samples. I am going to try and do monthly empties as well. I'm gonna try. Anyway, I'm just gonna go through things sort of randomly. I didn't organize my samples tonight. So the first thing I have here is from Benefit. This is a sample of the Professional. I've used so many samples of the Professional and it's a good face primer. It really is fairly thick and very silicone-y, but it really works well at blurring and camouflaging pores, and I find foundation glides on really easily on top of it. It's just not something that I've ever loved so much that I've wanted to purchase the full size of. I'm always getting samples of these things, so they're things that I'll dig out and I'll use and I have no problem using it. It's just not something that I ever really consider buying. I finished the perfume sample from YSL. This is the Black Opium Floral Shock. I really liked this fragrance because I really like the Black Opium. It's really rich and dark, and as I've described it before, it really smells like Sephora to me, probably because it's pretty powerful, but it also is very sultry. So this is just the lighter, more floral version of the classic Black Opium. So inside the sample, it's described as the addictive signature of Black Opium wrapped in quivering freshness, the warm sensuality of black coffee shaken with the fresh, bold notes of citrus and white flowers. So it's just the perfect description of that. Normally I don't like fragrances that are floral. I normally don't react well to floral fragrances, but this one really mixed well with me and I really enjoyed wearing it. This is definitely a perfume I would consider buying the full size of. The Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Smoothing Hydra Jelly. I've had the full size of this before, which I had purchased after trying a sample. I really like this. It really hydrates my hair without weighing it down. As I've mentioned so many times, I have a lot of hair issues and I like something that will give my hair a lot of moisture and a lot of hydration, but not something that's going to really weigh it down and make it look very heavy and straight, which is a problem that I have often with my hair. And this product I feel like is just that perfect balance of being lightweight and still being very hydrating and leaving my hair feeling very soft and smooth. And I often just wear my hair up either in a ponytail or in a braid anyway, but it really just calms everything down and there's very little to no frizziness. I used the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I went rooting for this after someone in the comment section mentioned how much they liked this primer, and I'd used it before and I wasn't crazy about it, so I thought that I would give it another go. And this time around, I really did like it. Now, my skin has been all over the place. It's a very hydrating primer, but I feel like it really didn't do a whole lot to prime my skin. I like hydrating primers, but I almost want to feel a little bit of a protective base on my skin. I don't like when primers just sit on top of my skin, but I like when I at least feel like they're doing something, and this felt more like a moisturizer for me, so I was a little concerned about how product was going to wear with that. And the foundations I did use with it looked good, and I didn't really have any issues with it. I used the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation and I used the Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation, and both of them looked really good and worked well with this primer, but I'm not 100% sold on this. Like, it's good, but I don't think it's something that works well for me. From Lancome, I used the Beauty Sleep Perfector. This is an advanced multi-correcting gel in oil. I love transformative products like that. I don't care if they're gimmicky. something like that, that's a gel that turns into an oil, or a balm that turns into an oil, or just something that changes textures, I'm nuts about. And I really enjoyed using this. I felt like it just really melted into my skin, and when I woke up my skin looked really good. But I only got 2 nights use out of this sample, so I need to try it again. I need to try it for a little bit longer to see if this is something that would work well for me and not just something that works well once or twice. Because sometimes that has happened with me with skincare. It's something new. It gives my skin a break from the other things that I've been using, and my skin reacts really well to it. And then when I start using it more often, I don't see any results. I don't see any improvement anymore. So I definitely would like to get a couple more samples of this and use it straight for like a week and see if my skin still looks good before I would want to commit to buying this. And by my skin looking good, I mean that I woke up with my skin hydrated and looking more even in tone. That's something that I really look for with night products. I want my skin to feel smooth in the morning. Like, I don't want it to feel dry. I want it to look even, and I don't want to see a lot of redness. So I had a newer sample. This is from New Face by Carol Cole. This is Prep and Glow. So this was a little cloth, looked very much like a makeup remover wipe. This is to cleanse, exfoliate, and hydrate. So I felt like it cleansed my skin pretty well, got some makeup and grime off my face, but for exfoliation, you know, with the little side that had the micro dots on it, I don't think it really did a whole lot for my skin. I didn't feel like my skin was particularly clean. Like, with a good exfoliation, you know, you can really feel like your pores are clean, and I just didn't feel that from this. I just felt like, yeah, it removed my makeup like a makeup wipe did. I just don't feel like it did more than that. I do have another sample, at least 1, maybe 2 of these, and I want to use them a little bit more and see if they do anything. But this, on the back of this, it says that it's the ideal prep for your new face treatment. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it sounds expensive, and I don't like products that you have to use in conjunction with other things. I like things that I can use with what I already have. I don't want to have to get a whole system in order to have something work for me. The Glamglow Supermud Clearing Treatment. This was a fairly good product. I've used this a couple times and I've liked it. Not enough to want to buy the full size because I don't know how often I would actually use it, but I would love to have just like a whole little collection of these little minis for those emergency moments. I've had a couple of breakouts, although nothing really major in the last couple of weeks, but whenever I have something, I like to use some sort of treatment on it. I like to use little masks, just at least so I can feel like I'm doing something for my skin. And I do feel like this is a really clearing treatment, but it's not something I'd ever want to use if my skin is behaving normally. I feel like it's a little bit too harsh for my skin unless my skin is behaving badly, because it does say that it's for problem skin, it's for skin imperfections, it's pore refining and mattifying and clarifying. So the pore refining aspect appeals to me, but even when I just spot it on like this area of my face, I feel like it's too much unless I'm applying it to areas that I have breakouts, which sometimes corresponds with the pore areas, but mostly my breakouts tend to be like cheek and chin, and I'll just often do like a whole like this part of my face mask. I usually avoid the forehead, especially because I have psoriasis, and I feel like it does a really good job at soothing my skin issues. But yeah, it's too much for me on a normal basis. I used the Lancer Eye Contour Lifting Cream. I just felt like something different for hydrating my under eye area, and this was a decent eye cream. It's a fairly thick texture, and it actually made me think once again of the Lancome one that I had tried a sample of eons ago, the one that I keep saying that I'm going to buy and that I never buy, but I still want because it's that balmy texture that just really absorbs well in my under eye area. I find that things that are too heavy, like more thicker lotion type under eye creams, just end up sort of sitting on my eye, and then I feel like it's very sticky, and when I lie down to sleep, I just know that it's just getting all over the pillow, and I'm not actually sure how much is actually seeping into my skin and really hydrating that under eye area. So I'm definitely trying to be really preventative now with my under eye care, but this thing just didn't didn't seem to be the right mix for my needs and for my skin type, which is combination. Just a couple of more things left. So I have another overnight product. This is from Murad. This is the City Skin Overnight Detox Moisturizer. I really wanted something different one night, and I was doing a whole skin thing. I just wanted to make sure I did the whole like 12-step thing. I was really feeling it, and I wanted to try something new, so I grabbed this from my little sample box, and it moisturized my skin fine, but I didn't notice any visible improvement in my skin when I woke up in the morning. Like my skin still had redness, it didn't seem any more even, and my skin just did not feel very hydrated in the morning. So I wasn't impressed by this. I honestly haven't been impressed by a lot of Murad products that I've tried. They've been good, just not great. You know, it's something that I'm like, I wouldn't spend the money on this. If I'd use it, I guess, but I'd rather even spend the money on something that truly works for my skin and that I'm going to see visible improvement. That's the most important thing to me. So I have two things from IT Cosmetics. I have the Bye Bye Lines Serum. This is Advanced Anti-Aging Wrinkle Smoothing Miracle Concentrate. I don't know why all these skincare products have such crazy long names. So this was a good serum. Again, nothing that blew my mind. And this one, I just didn't see the difference. And it does say that you should see powerful results instantly and more dramatic results over time. So it's supposed to give you hydrated, firmer, younger, more radiant looking skin. And I would say that my skin was hydrated, and that's about it. So not something that I'll be purchasing the full size of, but I did use the Bye Bye Under Eye, the full coverage anti-aging waterproof concealer. So I used this, I wanted to use it in lieu of my Becca Under Eye Corrector because I thought it might work for that purpose. Did not. But I mixed it with foundation, and holy Moses. One of the most amazing foundation cocktail combinations I've ever come across is the MAC Water Weight Foundation and this stuff. So once I finished the sample, I bought the full size. Something I didn't even wait on it. I bought it almost immediately from finishing this. So I really enjoy using it mixed with my foundation as a foundation. I don't use it as a concealer. Definitely doesn't work. And I actually bought the exact shade that this is, and this is medium. And I find just a little bit of it mixed with my regular MAC foundation really gives me full coverage skin that looks flawless. I've worn that combination in a couple of videos. The Urban Decay one, the one where I talked about the Naked Cherry palette, I had my skin done with this and the Water Weight foundation, and I got so many comments on the way that my skin looked, and it's just mind-blowing to me just how good a product can work. So I'd never use this as a concealer, but I like using it as a mixing product. And the last thing I have is from Glamglow. This is something I'm still working on. This is the Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in Nude Glow. There's quite a bit of shimmery glitter in this actually, and I'm not sure if I like it. It's not enough pigmentation for me to wear in lieu of a foundation, and it doesn't seem to mix very well with my foundations, the ones that I've tried, so it's been interesting using this. Most of the time I would just use it on those times when it's like, quick errand, let's just put this on my face and quickly do a little concealer, mascara, lipstick, go. And it's worked that way, as in the super quick makeup, but I haven't been reaching for it that often. Now the next month might very well change that. So that's the one thing that I have remaining. Okay, so let's choose some things for the next month. All right, here we go. So let's choose the hair thing first. Get that out of the way. So I have from Briogeo, the Rosarco Repair Shampoo. I really like this one. This is the, yes, rosehip, argan, and coconut oil. So I did use this before and I like it, so that's a good option to have. I'm going to reach into the skincare little box now and pick something from that. There's a lot of cool skincare things I still want to try. So I have from Tarte the Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost. So I've used this before, I like it. I think I'll make another skincare thing though. We have from Fresh the Rose Face Mask. So that's perfect. I love little face masks. I've been trying to dig out more of them anyway. I might pick some more skincare stuff, but first I'm going to pick some makeup thing. So we have, this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. I do really like this. So this is another bonus. I think I'll pick another makeup thing as well, just because some of these things I'm just so familiar with that I'd like to have something different to try. We have from Lancer, this is the Glow Skin Perfector. So this looks kind of like maybe a shimmery primer, maybe? We'll try it. And then a fragrance, because why not? So we have from Tom Ford, this is the Black Orchid perfume, which I love. So this has been a lot of things I love. And it's going to be a very easy month, but I'm going to pick another skincare thing. From Glamglow, the Supermud Clearing Treatment. I'm just throwing them all in this box in front of me, and I'm just going to make myself use a bunch of the stuff that I like, and at least I'll be working through my samples. I'm going to pick another one, though, because why not? I have a whole month to work on these things. From Clarins, this is Energy Booster. This is, it says, I'm not sure what this is, but it says mix and match. Mix 3 to 5 drops with your regular face cream or mask. Do not use alone. All right, so it's a energy booster for your moisturizer or face mask, so we'll give that a shot. And why not pick one more makeup thing just for fun? This whole thing is just for fun, but you know, why not? So we have from Burberry the Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. I haven't used this in so long, and I was in love with this when I used it before. So I'm really excited to try this again and mix it with some foundation and stuff, because God, that was really glowy, and now I want to try it with my Becca. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited. I got some good stuff to use. All right, so I ended up picking about double what I normally pick, but I'm excited because it's a lot of products that I've used before and I really like, and stuff that I used to like that I haven't used for a while. So it'll be interesting to see if my preferences are still the same or if they've changed. I think that can be very helpful as well. So anyway, thank you for spending some time with me today on this wonderful Sunday. I really truly appreciate it. I always say that, but I really do. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for letting me talk about my samples. It's so much fun. I love using things and trying things and getting inspired by new combinations and new ways to use things. And anyway, thank you once again, and let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.